You're watching Global Insight. I'm Delaney Liao. Let's talk about global issues first. Biden tells G7 leaders U.S. will re-engage. U.S. President Joe Biden on Friday voted to end transactional diplomacy and promote democracy over auto crisis. Stark contrast to the foreign policy of his predecessor, Donald Trump. Speaking after a virtual visit to Europe for the G7 leaders meeting, Biden tried to re-establish the U.S. as a team player following 4 years of Trump's America First policies, ones that angered allies by breaking of global accords. And Biden came to play announcing a $4 billion pledge of support for global coronavirus vaccination efforts, showcasing a nearly $2 trillion spending measure that could booster both the U.S. and global economies and re-entering the U.S. into the Paris Climate Accord, which Trump had turned his back on. Let's focus on the local news. U.S. donated Moderna vaccines rolled out around Taiwan. Turning now to the vaccination campaign, health authorities said that as of July 1st, 8.7% of the population has received at least one dose of vaccine. That figure should move up quickly in the next few days, as Taiwan rolls out the Moderna vaccines donated by the U.S. The Central Epidemic Command Center said 418,000 more Moderna doses are undergoing inspection and will be ready for use 3 days early on July 5th. This wave of vaccines is from the 2.5 million dose U.S. donation that arrived last month. Health officials announced Friday that a second batch of Moderna will be distributed 3 days early on July 5th. Taipei City receives 87,000 doses in its first Moderna delivery. In these 2 days, there are 73,000 vaccine appointments. New Taipei received 121,000 Moderna doses from the donation and has made them available to people aged 72 and above, as well as people in the first 5 priority groups. Vaccine willingness has been high, especially among older adults, who made 18,000 vaccination appointments. Now, everyone was wondering if the Japan Olympics can be held successfully or not. Japanese doctors want Tokyo Olympics cancelled. A top medical organization consisting of thousands of Japanese doctors has called for the Tokyo Olympics to be cancelled due to COVID-19. Representatives from the Tokyo Medical Practitioners Association said the city's hospitals are already overwhelmed as the country battles a spike in coronavirus infections less than 3 months from the start of the Games. The number of COVID-19 cases nationwide dropped to 3,680, but the number of heavy infections hit a record high of 1,235, the health ministry said. Overall, Japan has avoided an explosive spread of the virus experienced by other nations, but the government has come under sharp criticism for its sluggish vaccination rollout. Only about 3.5% of its population of around 126 million has been vaccinated, according to a Reuters factor. Other health experts and medical groups have voiced their concerns about the Olympics, while opinion polls and online patients have found the majority of Japanese public is opposed to the Games going ahead. You're watching Global Insight. I'm Delaney Liao. Have a good day.